Good morning. How the devil are you doing this one day? Me? Well, if I look a bit flustered, it's because I was out all day yesterday and I had no time to pre-prepare today's show. In fact, at 6 o'clock this morning, there actually wasn't a show at all, but a combination of an early start, a lot of coffee, and a thankfully busy newsfeed means that we have yet another jam-packed show for you today. So while I'm posting the question of the day in the chat and calming down just a little bit, let's roll the intro and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Thursday, the 13th of January 2022, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, the on-off demolition of the Berkman II building is apparently back on again, at least for now. Smart motorways are stalled on the hard shoulder that they don't actually have. Liebherr lifts the lid on its upgraded compact wheel loader range that now includes a brand new model. Is it a track loader? Is it a dozer? We'll leave you to decide. And Arden throws its hat into the quick coupler arena. We'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to the man that brought Paddington Bear to life, author Michael Bond. Happy birthday also to Mark O'Meara, the golf superstar, to comedian Bill Bailey, and to snooker legend Stephen Hendry, also to actors Orlando Bloom and Liam Hemsworth. But far, far more importantly, today marks the birthday of one of the very few people to have sung from the roof of Buckingham Palace. Happy birthday to Mr. Graham McPherson, better known to the world simply as Suggs. Many happy returns to them, one and all. It was on, and then it was off, and then it was on again, and then it was off again. In fact, the proposed demolition of the Berkman II tower block in Jacksonville has been through more twists and turns than an Agatha Christie novel. But following a meeting of city officials, it appears that for now at least, the demolition is back on yet again. So let's go over to First Coast News to find out more.
But first, after no less than 5 demolition dates, either pushed back or canceled altogether, the city of Jacksonville is now stepping in to make sure that the Berkman II finally comes down. And behind us, a look at downtown where the so-called eyesore is.
So it's right here. I know it's dark right now, so you can't really see it, but you know what we're talking about. Tonight, the city council voted to approve an emergency ordinance setting aside more than $1 million to cover the remaining demolition cost. All Your Side's Haley Harrison was at the city council meeting tonight. She is joining us live with the reasons why the city decided to step in. Haley.
Now, essentially, the mayor's office asked the city council to take on the proposal with the current contractor to finish the work. It says it hasn't yet gotten paid for by the property owner. In fact, the city says the contractor was going to undo some of its work while the issue of non-payment was in limbo, which would put the demolition of the Berkman II behind even more. Now, also the work up to this point has included weakening the structure for implosion, the city says, which is a public safety concern. The projection is about $1.1 to $1.2 million for remaining costs to demolish the Berkman II and clean it up. That money approved tonight will now move from the general fund into Code Enforcement's nuisance abatement fund. Next, the city says there is an administrative hearing Thursday that addresses code compliance. If things move forward Thursday as expected, Jacksonville's chief administrative officer says it will be ready to move forward quickly with the contractor.
We'll do it at our expense at first, but we'll put an additional lien on the property because ultimately the when and how will be determined, but the taxpayers will recoup that expense from the property owner.
Now, Brian Hughes claims the next demolition date announced by the city will be the last and final date. He says we'll be attempting to implode the Berkman II sometime next month. Live outside Jacksonville City Hall, I'm Haley Harrison, First Coast News, on your side.
All of that sounds like a step in the right direction, but based on previous experience, this may or may not be the end of this ongoing saga.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
The mighty Liebherr has overhauled its compact loader range and expanded the series with the addition of a new L504 model. The new and upgraded models benefit from a number of key features, including, let's have a look, a redesigned operator's cab that provides the operator with excellent visibility. The optimized visibility of the lift arms ensures an unobstructed view of the working attachment. The L506 and L508 models are now available as speeder variants for the first time ever. In that configuration, they can reach a top speed of 30 kilometers an hour. The all-new Liebherr L504 weighs in at 4,600 kilograms or 4.6 tons and has a bucket capacity of 0.7 cubic meters together with a tipping load of 3 tons. It's also powered by a Stage 5 compliant diesel engine developing 34 kilowatts of power. If you'd like to know more about those new machines, or more specifically about the L504, I will post a link in the chat just while I'm playing this latest word from one of our damn fine show sponsors. So, is it a skid steer? Is it a track loader? Or is it a dozer? I'll leave you to decide.
I've never operated a machine anything like this before.
This is the first one I've ever seen.
In my 15 years, I haven't seen anything like this.
The versatility and the precision could really be a game changer.
What makes this difference is the purpose-built dozer blade that's on the front.
The 333 is a combination of a dozer and a skid loader, so its compact size makes it work very good, where a larger dozer would not work.
You can do things I don't think you would ever be able to do with a regular bucket or even a box blade.
Today we were black dirting around a transformer pad.
Backfilling our curb and our right-of-ways.
With this 6 blade, I'm going to be able to finish pads.
Sidewalks and lane widenings.
And your ditch bottom's a perfect spot for this. Otherwise, you're overgrading.
I can find a home for this machine on any one of my jobs.
This has rubber tracks. It's not going to damage my curb.
You can cross over the roads.
This can drop into small spaces, grade it out accurately, and then jump off the curb and go to the next spot without having to get picked up and moved.
What I like about this machine is anybody can figure it out.
I can take somebody who doesn't have a ton of experience and they can be productive fairly quick.
I can drop it off and not have to worry about it. He has all the information he needs right in that screen, right in front of him.
It takes a lot of the manpower out of the situation, you know.
We're not waiting on engineers. We get a file and away we go.
Not having to pound all the stakes into the ground for the guys to figure out where they're at in the world is very nice. In the darkness, you can push the button, it's going to put it to grade, and it's going to be what you're really looking for.
You always got that time of day where you just want to get done and it's dark. And so that aspect's great. You can finish. What I really like about the controls in this is they're similar to the dozers.
Our guys are jumping in there and feeling like they're right at home.
He jumped out of his dozer, got in a skid, and away he went. He didn't miss a beat, he just went to work. And that is because of the controls.
You can push a button and it'll take it over and put it to final grade.
I'm going to click the magic right-hand button, and it's automatically controlling that cross slope and maintaining cross slope, so I don't have to do that as an operator.
The accuracy was actually really good. We were easily within half a tenth.
I'm within plus or minus 200. It's better than a good operator.
I believe this could make your bidding process cleaner, number one, in labor costs,
I don't have to spend as much labor, as much time making sure I'm at the right grade.
It's also going to save you money because you're putting it to grade with the smart grade the first time.
The system allows me to get to that right grade quicker, fewer passes, allowing me to go do something else on the job. You can push material wherever you want on a job site, no matter what machine you're running. But if you're pushing material to the right spot, well, that's when the money's made.
It always amazes me. John Deere equipment has a massive following over in the US. In fact, it's almost a cult. And yet over here, we seem to know them purely as purveyors of tractors and suppliers of damn fine baseball caps. Very, very strange indeed.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
At the top of the show, we spoke about the Berkman II demolition, a project that's been on and off more than the light switch in an OCD sufferer's bedroom. Closer to home, it appears that the widely vaunted Smart Motorway programme may suffer the same fate. Construction Inquirer is reporting that Transport Secretary Grant Shapps has slammed on the brakes on a new smart motorway scheme until a full 5 years of safety data is available. Shapps said the government would assess the data once this milestone was met and make an informed decision on next steps. The government will also invest an extra £390 million to install more than 150 additional service areas, bringing the total committed smart motorway safety spend to £900 million. This will represent around 50% increase in places to stop by 2025, giving drivers added reassurance. While further data is being collected, National Highways will continue to complete the schemes that are currently in construction. These will all open with technology in place to detect stopped vehicles. These schemes are all more than 50% completed, and halting progress on them now would cause significant disruption for drivers, said National Highways. Grant Shapps, and that's what he looks like, said, "One of my first actions as Transport Secretary was to order a stoptake of smart motorways, and since then I've worked consistently to raise the bar on their safety. While our initial data shows that smart motorways are among the safest roads in the UK, it is crucial that we go further to ensure people feel safe using them." By now, we all know the benefits of quick couplers, and we're all familiar with the capabilities of systems from the likes of Oil Quick and Lenhoff. But what if you want a quick hitch in a fetching shade of royal blue? What if you want it with a bit of French flair, a certain je ne sais quoi? Well, not a problem. The Madames and Messieurs of Arden have got you covered. Daniel, tell us more.
Good morning everyone, this is Daniel Dupuis from Arden Equipment. I'm here today to present the all-in-one quick hitch from Arden Equipment. Why all-in-one? Because it's a fully hydraulic quick hitch which allows you to use either hydraulic oil, water, electricity or even grease through the quick hitch. This way the operator doesn't have to come down from the cab anymore, reducing all possibilities of accidents. We're launching today the AIO 550, which is made for excavators from 20 to 30 tons. We have its little sister as well, the AIO 350, which is for excavators from 12 to 19 tons. Yes, today in the background you can see that we're using it either on a demolition scissor, hydraulic breaker or a sorting grab. We have installed at the back of the cabin a water pump which allows the operator to be totally able to work for half a day with an hydraulic pump that's been fitted. The advantage of it, as you will see later on, is that we can use it also with our Arden equipment pulverization system, which allows us to reduce the dust on the ground. It's the Arden jet. You will see it as well later. Arden equipment is always striving to get attachments that are more and more proficient and also with a better productivity. With the Arden jet, we use only from 8 to 10 liters of water per minute. And with the quick hitch system, fully hydraulic, we can change the tools within less than 10 seconds. We're here today in Nantes, which is on the west side of France. We're grateful that we have a fantastic weather and we're able to show that the dust suppression system works well.
Well, as they say in Paris, mon Dieu and sacre bleu.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that just about wraps up the main part of today's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping, as usual, gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around, please stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues, and thanks for watching. But if you can stick around, I'll see you on the other side of this.